Hello folks, welcome to my channel TechZone and DIYs. On the left side is the fireplace, and on the right side that was built for the TV space, I believe. And with the time when new TVs came in, then they have to be really hung up high because of their size. If you put the TV trolley in front of this space and then put a small TV on top of that, it was beautiful, it was perfect, but not now. As you hang the TV, it's gonna hang outside, pretty outside. This TV that I hung in there, that was the lowest profile TV wall mount that I could find on the market, and the TV was still hanging out maybe 4 or 5 inches. That looked ugly. So I decided to make a space in this TV cabinet and then work on it. The objective of this project is to make a very nice space so that I can hang TV which is just flush to the walls outside. This is basically an extended space which goes outside the house, and thereby they have placed a fireplace on the left side, and the right side it was an empty space. So what I had at my home were 3 pieces of glass which were like 1.5 inch shorter in the length. So I thought that I'm gonna build my own TV cabinet underneath it and then use those glass shelves there, and then put in my components, DVDs, receiver, whatnot, all those stuff. So that's the project that will be done in here. This picture describes what needs to be removed. There is another 2x4 just 6 inches behind this one, so that will be the one that I'm gonna use to hang the TV. And this picture basically describes where the custom TV cabinet will be built. I started cutting this 2x4 from the sides. So this was a piece which was attached to the sides using some nails actually. On the left side it was kind of continuous, but on the right side they used nails obviously. So I had to cut those nails and I had to cut it out and basically remove this piece of wood from here. After I removed that piece, so it looks like this, where by the 2x4 I said it was around 6 inches behind it, so that's the one that I'm gonna use for hanging the TV. And just below that I attached some 2x4s on the sides, and then on the front I installed another 2x4 which is exactly the same depth as the upper 2x4. The upper piece and the lower piece as demonstrated in this picture, that will form a very wide beam kind of thing, where I'm gonna screw in the TV mount. TV mounts is larger, I think it's around 9 inches wide, and then the upper screw will go on the top 2x4 and the lower screw will go on the bottom 2x4. So that will form a very rigid space for the TV mount to be hanged. After building that portion, the next steps are pretty easy. You have to just put in the drywall and then put the corners around it, and make sure those corners are pretty nice. So if you see on the right side and on the left side of this large portion, so I had to install the corners as well, so that they are seamless with the overall design. After doing that, the next step is basically use the drywall compound and let it dry for a while. And once it's dry, you basically finish it nicely, like sand it properly, and basically then it's a time to paint the entire stuff. So once you have painted, next step is to build the cabinet. So I cut down 4 pieces of 2x4s, which are shown in this picture, and I put the notches, 3 on the right side and exactly on the same height on the left side. Similarly, I have the same configuration for the front portion, so that I can slide in my glass in there. So it has to be big enough so that the glass goes without any problem. Once the back pieces are installed with the screws, the next step is basically to finish the TV cabinet. So what I did, first I installed the left side of the front portion of this nice looking wood pieces that I took it out from an old TV cabinet which was lying around, and then slide in the glasses and then put in the right piece. So if you see, they are almost flush to the overall design. And once this is done, so next step would be to basically install everything together, especially what you do first, you install all the components. To hide the wires, what you do, take some plyboard, and a very thin plyboard, actually you don't need a thick one there, and cut those boards to the size which is behind the cabinet. Remember, you have to screw it to the back corner 2x2s that I had installed with small screws. And once you have cut it to the size, then find out where your wires are for different components there, and then cut the round holes underneath. Once all of this thing is done, the painting is done and everything, and the TV is hung, then this is how it will look with a smaller TV. You see, this TV is totally flush to the front wall, and it looks much cleaner than before, and all your Wi-Fi stuff is underneath, no wires are visible. Later on, as planned, I ordered a larger TV, and I was just waiting for this project to finish. The wall mount I had selected is basically which slides in, and you hang this TV, and then after making all the connection, then you basically push it back. So the TV mount is push out, push in, and then this TV absolutely sits right on top of the front walls on the side for this cabinet, and this looks really beautiful. So that completes this project, and thank you very much and have a good time.